leadership of the shack dwellers movement, Abahlahli baseMjondolo, has handed over a memorandum of demands to the KwaZulu-Natal provincial government. The group is calling for investigations into allegations of government corruption to be expedited. They say this has resulted in impoverished communities being unable to access relief aid, particularly during the different levels of the COVID-19 lockdown. Hundreds of residents marched to the Durban City Hall today in eThekwini. It coincides with the 15-year anniversary of the founding of the movement. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Shakmahan has more.
Members of Abahlahli baseMjondolo have just handed over their memorandum to representatives of the KwaZulu-Natal government. From early this morning, members marched from King Dinizulu Park here to the steps of the Durban City Hall to surface their demands to those here. I'm joined now by the Abahlahli baseMjondolo president, Mr. Zikode. Mr. Zikode, for 15 years now, Abahlahli baseMjondolo is celebrating its 15th anniversary. You have been fighting for the rights of those on the ground. How does it feel to come once again to the steps of the Durban City Hall to demand dignity, housing and land again for the impoverished in the city of eThekwini?
I am very honored to have been journeyed with Abahlahli baseMjondolo for the last 15 years. To salute Abahlahli for consistency and commitment to social justice in this country. So today we are here again, once again. I do not know for how many times we are here to make the same demands. We are very disappointed, and of course we are heartbroken that again and again and again we must come and make the same demands, which then it's clear to us that it feels into a very, it gets into a deaf ears that up until today we have not been respected as Abahlahli baseMjondolo. So what brings us to here today is actually to make a demand that the corruption in this period of national lockdown, during the state of the national disaster, within 6 months of the national lockdown, billions of rands have been lost in this country, in this province and in this city. We are here as Abahlahli to say corruption is a pandemic that needs to be rooted out. We are here to say those who are responsible, who are allegedly stealing the money of the ratepayers, of the people of South Africa, of this city and this country, must not only face the might of the law, and that money must be recovered so that people can get their services that they so desperately need. So we are here to say corruption must come to an end. We are also here today to say forced evictions, forced removals of people must come to an end. People are already vulnerable, landless and homeless, are being evicted during the national state of disaster. This is a blow on the eyes of the impoverished communities. We are also here to say today any form of violence against women and children, against migrant communities, against LGBTI and other minority communities must come to an end. We are making that call to say Abahlahli has a responsibility to restore humanity so that every human being is treated with respect and dignity. That's what brings us here today.
Now, when are you expecting answers from the KZN government? I know you did expect the Premier and the COCTA MEC to come and receive your memorandum, but they haven't been here. They sent representatives. So when is the deadline for Abahlahli on an answer to your demand?
We have actually given the Office of the Premier and the MEC for COCTA and the municipality to respond within 14 days to our memorandum, failing which we are going to join hands with the workers that are complaining as we speak. It's clear to us that almost everyone in this city and in this province is not happy with one or another thing. So it is high time that the working class join hands so that our demands can really be taken seriously.
Finally, if this continues whereby you do not see relief for those on the ground, for example, proper service delivery for those in informal settlements where communities have to share one toilet, what is the next move for Abahlahli?
Well, we are strengthening our struggles. We are consolidating all the struggles of the working class. We have joined the street traders, the hostel dwellers, the flat dwellers, and now with the workers. We're going to consolidate and make sure that our struggle becomes strong and our voice becomes strong, so that all the demands that we have made can be adhered to and be responded quite quickly. It is upon us, it is upon the art of organizing that we do on the day-to-day basis. It is about us building the power of the impoverished from below, that we can consolidate this power so that all our demands can be immediately adhered to.
He is the president of Abahlahli baseMjondolo. He's just handed over that memorandum of demands.